Good morning or good afternoon or good evening wherever you are. Here is the part 2 of Zacchaeus and Jesus. Rebekah was very anxious to see her husband Zacchaeus where Jesus of Nazareth was. She had heard that Jesus of Nazareth was to be in Jericho that day. So she started praying for Zacchaeus. She was very much concerned about his soul. How many Rebeccas of today would like to pray to God to pass the ways of their unbeliever husbands? They are very rare. However, Rebekah had prayed all night. And when someone begins to pray for you sincerely, you don't have rest. You will know that something is taking place. Now, Zacchaeus was in the habit of waking up late in the morning. Let's say he had a restaurant and he just let his workers handle it for him. But that morning, he woke up very early, groomed himself, and put on his best garments. After praying throughout the night, Rebekah noticed that Zacchaeus had become restless. Listen, Rebekah, when you see your Zacchaeus getting restless like that, just remember that God has answered your prayer. That is the way it happens. When you see your Zacchaeus behaving that way, just remember that God will soon pass his way. Just keep praying for him. Zacchaeus got real restless. At a point in time, his wife Rebekah said to him, "My dear, you woke up very early this morning." Zacchaeus said to her, "Oh, yes, I just thought I should step out for a bit of fresh air." He lied to her. What was truly in his mind was, "I couldn't get that fellow called Jesus of Nazareth off of my mind. Do you know what I'm going to do? I will go to the gate where he usually enters Jericho, and I will give him a piece of my mind for having my wife in his meetings. I will let him know what I think about him. In fact, I will let him know that he is a fake prophet. I will let him know that he is a fake teacher. I will let him know that he is a fanatic. I will let him know that he is an extremist. I will let him know that he is a deceiver. I will let him know that he is a woman hater. I will let him know that people ought not to listen to him at all. I will let him know that he ought to be driven out of Jericho." You know what? People usually have that kind of complex on hearing something. However, Zacchaeus eventually stepped out of his house that morning. After some time, he looked back at his house to ensure that nobody was watching him. To the best of his knowledge, nobody was watching him. But unknowingly to him, Rebekah, his wife, was watching him through a window crack. Now, instead of going towards his restaurant, Zacchaeus went towards Straight Street. And Jesus Christ is usually found on Straight Street. Do you know what Straight Street was in the Bible? Straight Street was the place in Damascus where Paul stayed with a disciple of Jesus Christ, whose name was Judas, after his conversion. You can read that in the book of Acts, chapter 9, verse 11. Be straight in your businesses. Be straight with God. Be straight with your fellow human beings. Thanks for watching this video. Till we meet again, the Lord bless you. The Lord bless me.